Daniel Jones, man, suffered a season-ending torn right Achilles tendon against the Jacksonville Jaguars in a game in which they kind of needed. So his torn right Achilles tendon, it was a non-contact injury. Just seeing that play, I was like, damn, like I already knew what it was after that. I feel like just when you just overcompensate, shit just never goes according to plan. And I don't even know why he was kind of playing on that, what torn or broken fibula on his other leg. So that was kind of crazy. He had a fractured left fibula and then overcompensate, and then you have your right Achilles tendon tear. Um, I feel like with NFL players, they tend to come back faster than basketball players. So it looks like the recovery time for this one's going to be anywhere from 9 to 12 months. So he should be available for the start of the season. The only thing that kind of sucks is he was on a 1 year contract, 1 year, type of prove it deal as well too. So it's definitely going to be a huge blow for the Indianapolis Colts. But what are your thoughts, Carl Conyers, on Daniel Jones' injury and the state of the Colts right now?
It sucks for them, man. They really, clearly were going all in with that Sauce Gardner trade and gave up a lot of draft capital. And again, like, yeah, him being on a 1 year deal allowed them a small 1 year deal allowed them to have a lot more flexibility for this year's roster. Um, I don't think that he's going to be ready by the beginning of next year because it's December. So that's potentially a 12-month. He might not be ready until week 5, 6, 7, 8, halfway through the year at least. And we haven't seen a lot of quarterbacks come back from an Achilles and look good right away.
Yeah, it took Aaron
Well,
Rodgers a year.
yeah, exactly. So like, and of course he's younger than Aaron Rodgers, but I just I think it's like worst case scenario because it messes up clearly the rest of this year to the fact that they're trying to I mean they did sign Philip Rivers, which is just fucking insane. Um, but it also to me like derails next year. Like I don't know, who they're gonna try and find. Hopefully maybe they can get Kyler because he's definitely seems like he's about to be out there. Um, but yeah, it's just like worst case scenario for them. And I was watching the game as well, and I saw when he went down, he grabbed the back of his heel or like, that Achilles area, and then he started bashing his helmet and like, oh yeah, because like players every time they say they know when it happens. So yeah, it sad to see. I feel bad for them, but it's crazy because it's like the season was already kind of going downward.
Yeah,
Um,
they had a tough
and now
schedule
it's
going down the line.
yeah, and now it looks like I mean, they might even miss the playoffs, which is crazy when you think about like how the season started for them. So, yeah, just worst case scenario, I really do feel bad for him as well. I mean, I still think that he'll probably be able to sign a multi-year deal in the offseason, but I don't know for how much. And I don't know who with. I mean, hopefully it will be the Colts, but we'll see.
Yeah, it seemed like him and the offensive coordinator, pretty much clicked and they made the game easier for him as well too. I mean, he was on pace to have a great season as far as like stats wise. He's already kind of having a career year. I think especially in completion percentage is about like 68%, well over 3,100 yards, and he had 19 touchdowns and didn't have as much interceptions as well too. And I feel like this year we kind of, like I said, he kind of minimized his risk more than he did before. It looked like he had definitely had, improved pocket movement, ball location, and just decision making. And obviously that kind of helps with also having, an even better offensive line from last year and an elite run game with, Jonathan Taylor as well too. So he knows the system well. He only had a 1 year deal. It was cheap. Um, because they start off so hot, obviously they still have a chance to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs anymore. They're probably going to be middle towards the end of these draft picks. So I don't really see them getting a quarterback. I know Riley Leonard just kind of went down and he's from Notre Dame and he's, a work in progress. I don't really expect anything from him as well, too. But
Didn't they
um,
trade their draft pick for Sauce?
damn, traded a draft pick for Sauce. So, I mean, this draft class is also kind of weak as well, too. So, I think it's one of those things where they may just kind of go with Riley Leonard, or like you said, they could trade for a quarterback, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, and we're going to talk about this in like 5 seconds. If you can bring someone from the dead who hasn't played in 4 or 5 years, I don't think they have a problem with re-signing Daniel Jones, especially if he knows that system pretty well. But yeah, I don't see them making the playoffs. So we'll see what happens with that.